Stop right where you are, my beloved child. Do not let your thumb brush past this moment, for this is not a coincidence, nor is it the mere shifting of an algorithm. It is I, the creator of the stars and the shepherd of your soul, reaching through the digital noise to find you in the stillness of this very second. I have watched you wandering through the corridors of your mind, seeking an exit, seeking a sign, seeking a reason to keep going, when the world feels like it is closing in. You have felt the weight of the silence from heaven. But I want you to know that my silence was never my absence. I was simply waiting for this divine appointment, this specific moment in time, where your heart would be soft enough to hear what I have to say. You are here because I called you, and you answered by clicking by, listening, and by pausing your frantic search for just a moment to sit with me. I see you standing at the crossroads of your life, my precious one. I see the way your heart races when you think about the future, the way your hands tremble when you consider the choices laid out before you. You are paralyzed by the fear of making a wrong turn, terrified that one mistake will cause the entire foundation of your life to crumble. You look at the clock and feel as though you are running out of time, watching others move forward while you feel anchored in the mud of indecision. You have been calculating every scenario, planning for every failure, and exhausted by the sheer effort of trying to figure it all out on your own. But hear me now, you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to receive the wisdom I am about to pour into your spirit. The panic you feel is not from me. It is the friction of your will rubbing against my timing. Before I reveal the blessing I have prepared for your journey and the clarity you so desperately seek, I ask you to make a choice of faith. If you wish to hear my voice more clearly above the roaring storms of this world, if you are ready to let go of the confusion and step into the light of my direction, then act now. Like this video to open the gates of your heart to my presence, and subscribe to this sanctuary immediately to reconnect with the source of your eternal peace. And in the sacred space of the comments below, type "I choose your direction." This is your signal to the heavens that you are no longer walking alone. Do not let the enemy steal your focus or lead you away into the darkness again. Stay here, stay close, and let my words wash over you like a healing rain. By joining this family of believers, you are declaring that your house is built upon the rock, and the winds of doubt will no longer have power over you. You have often mistaken the noise of the world for the urgency of my spirit. You have thought that if you did not scream or run or fight, you would be lost. But I do not shout in the earthquake, nor do I scream in the fire. I speak in the gentle whisper that follows the storm. If the path ahead of you looks chaotic and loud, that is the voice of your fear, not the voice of your Father. My direction brings a stillness that surpasses all understanding, a quiet confidence that says, "This is the way, walk in it." I am here to reframe your perspective. You thought you were lost, but I was simply repositioning you. You thought you were being punished, but you were being prepared. Take a deep breath now, and let the air you breathe be a reminder that I am the very breath in your lungs. I am not a God who is far off, but a God who is as close as your next heartbeat, ready to lead you home. My beloved child, I have watched the weight of the world settle upon your shoulders, but it is not the labor of your hands that has brought you to this state of total exhaustion. It is the labor of your mind. I see how you carry the heavy cloak of responsibility, walking through your days as if you are required to have every answer, every solution, and every map for those who depend on you. You have convinced yourself that to be weary is to be failing, and so you hide your fatigue behind a smile that does not reach your eyes. You are tired, not just because of the hours you work, but because of the infinite loops of thought that run through your spirit from the moment you wake until the moment you collapse. You feel as though you are a shepherd who has lost the path, yet you feel forced to keep leading. Hear my voice now. You were never meant to carry the burden of knowing everything. That is my role, and I am here to take that weight from you. I have been there in the silent sanctuary of your bedroom during those long, hollow hours of the night. I have seen you staring at the ceiling, your eyes wide in the darkness, while your mind frantically constructs and deconstructs every possible future. I see you calculating scenario A, scenario B, and scenario C, trying to outrun disaster and engineer your own salvation. You count your resources, you replay your mistakes, and you measure your worth by the success of your plans. Yet after hours of mental gymnastics, you are left with a grand total of zero peace. The more you think, the more the walls seem to close in. You are suffering from the fatigue of 1,000 what-ifs, and I want you to know that I see every tear you've blinked back and every sigh you've exhaled into the void. You are not invisible to me, and your mental struggle is not a sign of a lack of faith. It is a sign that you have been trying to be your own God. You often feel a deep sense of shame for your indecision, believing that your hesitation is a mark of weakness or lack of character. You look at others who seem to move with such certainty, and you wonder what is wrong with you. But I look at your heart, and I see something different. I see a soul that is desperately afraid of dishonoring the purpose I have placed within you. Your uncertainty is actually a hidden form of reverence. You are so afraid of making the wrong choice because you want so badly to do what is right. You are not weak for pausing at the crossroads. You are careful because you know the stakes are high. But my child, your care has turned into a cage. You have allowed the fear of a wrong step to prevent you from taking any step at all. I am here to tell you that I do not condemn you for your hesitation. I am the God of the second, third, and 1,000th chance. Even if you were to step off the path, my hand is long enough to pull you back. I see the secret exhaustion that comes from being the strong one for everyone else. You have become the person that others lean on, the one who listens, the one who provides, and the one who remains steady while everything else is shaking. But who do you lean on when your own knees are buckling? You have felt so lonely in your wisdom, feeling as though no one truly understands the complexity of the choices you face. You feel that if you show a single crack in your armor, the people you love will lose their footing. This is a lie from the enemy, designed to isolate you in your pain. I am your hiding place. I am the only one who truly knows the depth of the pressure you are under. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to be wise in my presence. You can simply be my child, small and vulnerable, and let my infinite wisdom be the floor beneath your feet. Stop trying to solve the puzzle of your life with missing pieces that only I hold. You are trying to see around corners that I have intentionally veiled. The mental exhaustion you feel is the result of trying to operate in a dimension that belongs only to me. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I see the end from the beginning, and I have already woven your mistakes into a masterpiece of grace. When you try to calculate the future, you are essentially trying to do my job, and it is a job that your human mind was never designed to handle. This is why you feel broken, why your head aches, and why your spirit feels drained of color. I am calling you to a radical surrender of your intellect. I am not asking you to stop thinking, but I am asking you to stop trusting your thoughts more than you trust my promise. Lay down the blueprints, blow out the candles of your midnight calculations, and rest in the truth that I have already gone before you. My beloved, listen closely to the sound of the world around you. Do you hear the constant, aggressive cacophony? It is a storm of voices, a whirlwind of opinions, and a tidal wave of expectations that never seems to recede. Every day you are bombarded by the shoulds and musts of a society that does not know your name, and certainly does not know your heart. You hear the voices of people who judge your progress by their own flawed scales, people who offer advice they do not follow themselves, and people who demand your time as if it were theirs to claim. This noise has become so loud that it has begun to drown out the gentle frequency of my spirit. You feel lonely not because you are physically alone, but because in the middle of a crowded, noisy world, no one is truly hearing the silent scream of your soul. I see the isolation you feel when you are surrounded by people who only see the mask you wear to survive. And I am here to peel back that mask and sit with the real you. There are 3 shadows that try to dim my light in your life, and they all speak with the same frantic tongue. The first is the fear of being left behind, the crushing weight of seeing others reach milestones while you feel stuck in a repeating cycle. The world tells you that if you are not moving at a certain speed, you are failing. But I tell you that my timing is not a race. It is a symphony. The second shadow is the weight of other people's opinions. You have become a prisoner to the likes and dislikes of others, living for an audience that will never be satisfied. You fear that if you don't live up to their image of you, you will be cast out. The third shadow is the false pressure of time. You feel as though the sand is slipping through your fingers and you are running out of chances. This urgency is a lie designed to keep you in a state of panic, because when you are panicked, you cannot hear me. These 3 shadows have created a prison of loneliness around you, making you feel like a stranger in your own life. I want you to stop right now. I want you to perform a micro-action of faith. Place your hand over your heart. Can you feel that steady rhythm that is the sound of my faithfulness? That is my signature on your existence. Now take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly. As you breathe out, imagine every voice that has ever criticized you, every person who has ever misunderstood you, and every deadline that has ever haunted you simply falling to the ground like dead leaves. Let them go. They have no authority here. In this sacred space, there is only me and you. The loneliness you feel is actually a set-apartness. I have allowed the world to feel cold to you, so that you would seek the warmth of my presence. I have allowed the noise to become unbearable, so that you would finally crave the silence where I dwell. You are not being ignored by the world. You are being shielded from its toxins, so that I can speak a deeper truth into your spirit. There is a powerful mystery in the words I spoke long ago. Be still and know that I am God. Look deeply into these words, my child. To be still is not a command to be lazy or inactive. It is a command to cease your internal warfare. It means to drop your weapons, to stop trying to force doors open that I have shut, and to stop trying to be the architect of your own rescue. When you are still, you are finally acknowledging that I am the one on the throne, not your anxiety. Knowing that I am God is not just an intellectual agreement, it is an experiential surrender. It is the moment you realize that if I can hold the planets in their orbits and command the sun to rise, I can surely handle the complexities of your bank account, your relationships, and your future. Stillness is the ultimate act of spiritual defiance against a world that demands you stay busy. When you choose to be still in my presence, you are declaring that my power is greater than your effort. You have been running for so long, fearing that if you stopped, you would be overtaken by your problems. But I am telling you that it is in the stopping that your problems lose their power. You have been fighting battles that were never yours to fight. I have already won the war for your soul, and I have already secured the provision for your journey. The reason you feel so lonely in the struggle is that you have been trying to fight as an orphan, forgetting that you are a child of the King. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be at the end of yourself, so that you can finally witness the beginning of my glory. The ache you feel in your chest is not a sign of emptiness. It is the space I am clearing out to fill with my peace. Stay in this stillness. Let the world scream. Let the critics whisper. They are not the ones who hold your destiny. I am. And I say that you are loved, you are seen, and you are never ever truly alone. My chosen one, let us speak of the invisible thief that often wears the mask of a friend. You have been searching for peace, but in your desperation, you have sometimes settled for its shadow. There is a deception that lives within the realm of your emotions, a fleeting sense of relief that the world offers to keep you distracted from my true presence. You must learn to discern the difference, for the quality of your peace determines the strength of your foundation. False peace is like a shallow pond that looks calm until a single pebble is dropped into it, causing ripples of anxiety to shatter the reflection. But my peace, the real, eternal peace, is like the depths of the great ocean. On the surface, the winds may howl and the waves may reach for the clouds, but 1,000 feet below, there is an unshakable, heavy silence that no storm can ever touch. I am calling you to come deeper past the surface tension of your circumstances into the sanctuary where I dwell. False peace is often nothing more than the temporary relief of avoidance. It is the feeling you get when you say yes to someone just to stop the conflict, even though your spirit is screaming no. It is the comfort you find in a habit that numbs your pain for an hour, but leaves you hollow by morning. It is the quiet that comes when you run away from the responsibilities or the conversations I have called you to face. This peace is fragile because it depends on everything going your way. It is a peace that vanishes the moment the bank account drops, the moment the doctor calls, or the moment the person you rely on fails you. If your peace is tied to your comfort, it is not from me. It is a counterfeit designed to keep you from growing, a lullaby to keep you asleep while the enemy moves against your destiny. Do not mistake the absence of noise for the presence of my spirit. Real peace, however, does not require a perfect environment. Real peace is the ability to stand in the middle of a burning furnace and not smell like smoke. It is the inner witness that says all is well, even when the world says all is lost. This is the peace I gave to my servants in the lion's den, and the peace I gave to my son as he slept in the back of a boat tossed by a gale. It is a peace that is proactive, not reactive. It does not wait for the storm to pass. It commands the storm to be still from within. When you have my peace, you possess a quiet confidence that is not based on what you see, but on who you know. It is the supernatural assurance that because I am for you, nothing that stands against you can ultimately prevail. This peace is heavy. It has weight and substance. It guards your heart and your mind, like a legion of angels standing at the gates of your soul, refusing to let fear enter. I want to give you a secret to recognizing my voice among the many that clamor for your attention. My peace never carries the spirit of a rush. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel a frantic pressure to decide immediately, a nagging fear that if you do not act this very second, you will lose everything that is not me. The enemy uses hurry as a weapon to bypass your discernment. He wants you to act out of panic so that you miss the nuances of my direction. I am the God of eternity. I am never late, and I am never in a hurry. My leadings are persistent, clear, and accompanied by a sense of knowing. Even when I call for swift action, it is fueled by a calm obedience, not a trembling desperation. If you feel a push, it is the world. If you feel a pull of love, it is me. Learn to sit in the tension of the unknown without reaching for a false solution. Look back at the moments in your life when you felt a sudden snap of clarity after a long period of confusion. That was not a result of your thinking. It was the manifestation of my peace breaking through the clouds. My peace is an umpire. It decides what stays and what goes. If you are considering a path and you feel a check in your spirit, a subtle heaviness, or a lack of light, do not ignore it, no matter how good the opportunity looks on paper. That is my mercy protecting you from a hidden trap. Conversely, there will be times when I call you to step into the fire, and despite the danger, you will feel a strange, beautiful calm. That is the signal that I am already there, waiting for you. Trust the vibration of my peace more than the logic of your eyes. I am training you to be a person of the spirit, someone who moves not by the shifting winds of emotion, but by the steady current of my grace. As we move forward, I am going to strip away the crutches of false peace that you have leaned on for too long. I am going to allow some of the shallow ponds to dry up, so that you have no choice but to dive into the deep ocean of my presence. Do not be afraid of the drying up. It is not a sign of my judgment, but of my jealousy for your soul. I love you too much to let you be satisfied with a counterfeit. I am preparing you for a level of authority that requires a heart that cannot be shaken by outward circumstances. You are being refined in the furnace of uncertainty so that you can emerge as pure gold. Stay close to me. Breathe in my stillness. Let the world's demands fall away as you realize that the only thing that truly matters is the well done of your Father. In me, you have a peace that the world did not give, and therefore the world cannot take it away. My precious child, I hear the cry of your heart as you ask me for a map. You want to see the destination, the milestones, and every sharp curve before you even begin to move. You believe that if you could only see the whole picture, your anxiety would vanish and your faith would be perfected. But I must tell you a truth that your human nature resists. If I were to show you the full scale of the mountains you will climb, and the vastness of the blessings I have prepared you would be overwhelmed by both. You would either flee in terror from the preparation required, or you would try to leap over the necessary seasons of growth to grab the prize prematurely. I do not withhold the map because I am secretive. I withhold it because I am protective. I am not leading you into a trap. I am leading you into a transformation, and that transformation happens one step at a time. You have read the words that my breath inspired long ago. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Think deeply on the nature of a lamp in the ancient darkness. It was not a high-powered searchlight that pierced through miles of fog. It was a small, flickering flame that illuminated only enough space for a single footfall. It forced the traveler to keep the lamp close and to move with intention. This is how I lead you. I do not give you a 5-year plan, because I want you to walk with me every 5 minutes. If I gave you a map, you would trust the map and forget the map maker. But when I only give you light for the next step, you are forced to keep your hand in mine to lean into my whisper, and to trust my eyes when your own see only shadows. Your safety is not found in knowing the way. It is found in knowing the one who is the way. If you are ready to let go of your demand for the whole map and trust my hand for just the next step, do not remain silent in this moment of decision. If you believe I am leading you toward a purpose greater than your current pain, then let your heart speak through your actions. Like this video right now to signal your agreement with heaven's direction, and subscribe to this channel to join a family that walks by faith and not by sight. And in the sacred space of the comments below, I want you to type these words: I trust your timing. By typing this, you are releasing the pressure of the when and the how, and you are aligning your spirit with my perfect rhythm. This is not just a comment. It is a declaration of trust that echoes in the spiritual realm, breaking the chains of your need for control. Do not be discouraged by the darkness that seems to surround the path ahead. In the natural world, light is most visible when the night is at its deepest. The obscurity you are experiencing is not a sign that I have abandoned you, but a sign that I am concentrating your focus. When you cannot see far ahead, you are forced to be present in the now. You are forced to notice the small mercies, the daily bread, and the quiet miracles that you would otherwise overlook if you were staring at the horizon. I am teaching you the art of divine presence. I am teaching you that today has enough trouble and enough grace of its own. When you master the step you are on right now, the next one will naturally appear. The door does not open until you are standing directly in front of it. Why would I light a path 10 miles away when you have not yet finished the mile you are in? The reason many of my children miss their miracle is that they are so busy looking for the grand opening that they ignore the small instruction. I lead through the mundane as much as the miraculous. Sometimes my light for the next step is a nudge to forgive a debt, a whisper to call a friend, or a quiet impression to rest. These small acts of obedience are the stones that pave the road to your destiny. If you are unfaithful in the small dark steps, how can I trust you with the weight of the sunlit summit? I am building your character in the not knowing. I am strengthening your spiritual muscles so that when you finally arrive at the blessing you've been praying for, you will have the maturity to sustain it. You are not just going somewhere. You are becoming someone. Trust the lamp. Trust the light. Trust me. You have spent so many hours, my beloved, trying to sharpen your mind as if it were a blade designed to cut through the confusion of your life. You have read the books of the wise, listened to the lectures of the successful, and analyzed the data of the world until your eyes were weary and your soul was dry. You have chased after intelligence, believing that if you were only a little smarter, a little more informed, or a little more strategic, the doors would finally open and the path would finally clear. But I am here to tell you that there is a vast, eternal difference between the intelligence of the world and the wisdom of my spirit. Intelligence is the accumulation of facts. Wisdom is the application of my heart. Intelligence can tell you how to build a house, but only wisdom can tell you how to build a home. Intelligence can show you how to make a living, but only wisdom can show you how to live. You do not need more information, my child. You need more of me. The world's wisdom is loud, boastful, and often rooted in the fear of missing out or the desire for power. It changes with the seasons and shifts with the tides of culture, leaving you constantly chasing a moving target. But my wisdom is pure, peaceable, and unchanging. It does not come from the outside in through study and struggle. It flows from the inside out through intimacy and surrender. You have been looking for wisdom in the wrong places because you have forgotten that I am the very source of all knowing. When you draw near to me, wisdom is not something you have to work for. It is something that rubs off on you. It is the fragrance of my presence that lingers in your soul long after we have spoken in the silence. If you want to see what others miss and hear what others cannot perceive, you must stop trying to be the smartest person in the room and start being the one closest to my heart. Proximity is the key to revelation. I have said in my word that if any of you lacks wisdom, you should simply ask me, and I will give it generously without finding fault. I want you to feel the weight of that promise right now. I am not a God who hides his light from those who are stumbling. I am a father who delights in guiding his children toward the truth. You do not have to prove yourself to earn my guidance. You do not have to be perfect to receive my insight. You only have to be humble enough to admit that you cannot do this alone. Your not knowing is not a deficiency. It is an invitation for my sufficiency to take the lead. When you come to me with empty hands and a quiet mind, I can fill you with a discernment that will baffle the experts of this world. I will give you a knowing in your spirit that transcends the thinking in your head, a divine instinct that guides you through the darkest valleys. Think of the decisions that weigh most heavily on you right now, or the contracts you are considering, the relationships that are strained, the career paths that seem to lead into a thick fog. My wisdom will be your filter. It will act as a supernatural sieve, separating the gold of my will from the dross of your own desires and the world's pressures. When you walk in my wisdom, you will look at a document and sense the hidden trap that others missed. You will hear a person's words and perceive the true intent of their heart. You will know when to sign with a confidence that defies logic and when to tear with a peace that preserves your future. This is the advantage of the chosen one. Not that you are better than others, but that you have access to the mind of the one who sees through the darkness. I am granting you the ability to move with the precision of a master craftsman, because you are no longer relying on your own flickering candle, but on the blinding light of my truth. True wisdom begins and ends with the fear of the Lord, not a cowering terror, but a holy awe that recognizes my sovereignty over every atom of your existence. When you truly revere me, the opinions of men lose their sting and their powers over you. The pressure to perform evaporates like mist in the morning sun. You realize that if you are right with me, it does not matter who is against you. This is the secret to the boldness you see in my servants of old. They were not smarter than their enemies. They were just more aware of my presence. I am inviting you into this deeper level of living where your intellect is the servant of your spirit. I am calling you to stop leaning on your own understanding, which is a broken reed that will only pierce your hand, and to lean on my spirit, which is an unbreakable pillar of fire. As you move through the coming days, pay close attention to the still small voice that speaks beneath the noise of your thoughts. It will not argue with you, and it will not beg for your attention. It will simply state the truth. It will give you the courage to say no to a lucrative opportunity that carries a hidden cost to your soul, and it will give you the strength to say yes to a difficult path that leads to your ultimate destiny. Wisdom is not a prize for the intellectual. It is a gift for the obedient. Stay close to my side, my precious one. Let my word be the lamp that guides your feet, and you will find that the darkness has no power to lead you astray. I have already seen the outcome of your journey, and with my wisdom as your guide, the victory is already yours. My precious child, I know the frustration that burns within you when you feel as though your life has been put on pause. You look around and see the world moving in a blur of progress, while you feel as though you are standing still in a silent winter. You have prayed, you have fasted, and you have sowed seeds of faith, yet the harvest seems to be hiding beneath the frozen ground. Hear me now. There is a divine law that governs every star in the sky and every cell in your body, the law of the season. Just as the oak tree does not apologize for its barren branches in January, you must not apologize for your season of waiting. You are not being delayed. You are being ripened. If I were to give you the fruit before you were strong enough to carry the weight of the harvest, it would not be a blessing. It would be a burden that would crush you. I love you too much to give you what you want at the expense of what you need. I have watched you stand before doors that I have firmly shut, bruising your hands as you try to pound them open. You have even reached for the tools of the world, trying to pick the locks and force your way into rooms I have not prepared for you. My beloved, stop. Those closed doors are not my rejection. They are my most fierce protection. I see the pitfall on the other side of that opportunity that you cannot see. I see the betrayal hidden in that relationship you are mourning. I see the corruption in the contract you are so desperate to sign. When I close a door, it is because I have a better room, a better path, and a better destiny waiting for you. Do not waste your energy weeping over a threshold that was meant to keep you safe from a storm you weren't meant to weather. My no is often the greatest yes I will ever give to your future. I am giving you a prophetic word for the days immediately ahead of you. Pay close attention. In the next 7 days, you will experience an unexpected stop. It may look like a canceled meeting, a delayed payment, a sudden change of plans, or even a technological failure that prevents you from moving forward. Your natural instinct will be to get angry, to panic, and to try to fix the situation by force. But I am telling you now, embrace the delay. This stop is my hand reaching down to intervene. I am using this interruption to divert you from a path that leads to a disaster you do not yet suspect. I am pausing the clock to allow the pieces of a much greater miracle to fall into place. When the delay happens, do not complain. Instead, take a deep breath and say, "Thank you, Father, for your protection." You will look back in a month and realize that this one moment of waiting saved you from years of regret. The season of the hidden is coming to an end, but you must pass the final test of patience. Just as a child grows in the secret darkness of the womb, my greatest works in your life are being fashioned in the places where no one can see. You are being strengthened in the silence. You are being refined in the waiting room. The doors that are meant for you will not require a crowbar or a bribe. They will swing open with the gentle ease of a summer breeze when the time is right. When I open a door, no demon in hell and no critic on earth can shut it. You do not need to hurry, and you do not need to worry about being forgotten. I have your name engraved on the palms of my hands. Your season of blooming is already written in the heavens, and it is more beautiful than anything you could have engineered on your own. Rest in my timing, for I make all things beautiful in their appointed hour. My chosen one, I have observed the many voices you have invited into the sacred inner circle of your life. I have seen you sitting at the tables of those who offer you counsel based on their own limitations, their own unhealed wounds, and their own secret fears. You have listened to people who claim to have your best interests at heart, yet their words leave you feeling more confused, more heavy, and more doubtful than before you spoke to them. These are the job's comforters of your life, individuals who provide explanations for your pain without offering the medicine of my truth. They speak from a place of human logic and earthly calculation, unaware of the divine masterpiece I am painting with your life. Hear me now. I am beginning a season of divine pruning in your relationships. I am going to silence the voices that do not carry my frequency and remove the advisors who are leading you back into the desert, just as you are approaching the promised land. Do not be startled or grieved when certain people begin to drift away from you, or when conversations that used to be easy suddenly feel strained and hollow. This is my hand at work. I am clearing the airwaves so that you can hear my whisper without the static of human opinion. I am removing those who love the old you, but are terrified of the new you I am calling forth. I am isolating you not to hurt you, but to protect you from the contamination of those who have small sight. You cannot take directions to your destiny from someone who has never left their own comfort zone. You cannot ask for a map of the mountain from someone who is content to live in the valley. I am repositioning you to stand among those who see what I see, but until those people arrive, I will be your only guide. I am giving you a sign to watch for in the coming days. I am sending a messenger into your path may be a friend you haven't spoken to in years, a stranger with a random word, or even a message on a screen that feels like it was written specifically for your situation. This messenger will speak the exact words you have whispered to me in the privacy of your prayer closet. They will provide the confirmation you have been begging for, and when they speak, you will feel a physical shift in your spirit, a sudden warmth, a lifting of the fog, and a knowing that says, "This is from the Father." I am doing this to show you that I am not only listening, but I am actively coordinating the world around you to ensure you stay on the right path. When this confirmation comes, do not doubt it. Do not analyze it. Simply receive it as the kiss of heaven upon your forehead. You must learn to apply the filter of fruit to every piece of advice you receive. Before you allow someone's words to take root in the soil of your soul, look at the fruit of their own lives. Do they possess the peace you crave? Do they exhibit the joy you are seeking? Is their house built upon the rock, or are they struggling in the same mud they are trying to help you out of? I have seen you taking financial advice from the broke relationship, advice from the bitter, and spiritual advice from the lukewarm. Stop giving away the authority over your life to those who have not submitted their own lives to me. From this moment on, your ears are closed to the noise of the crowd and open only to those who carry the scent of my presence. I am giving you a sharp discernment that will cut through flattery and manipulation, allowing you to see the heart behind the tongue. Your life is far too precious to be lived according to a committee of human opinions. You were not created to be a reflection of what others expect you to be. You were created to be an image of my glory. As I shift your social circle, do not try to cling to the people I am releasing. Let them go with grace, knowing that they served a purpose in a previous season, but they cannot walk where you are going. The path I have set for you is narrow, and not everyone can fit through the gate of your next level. I am surrounding you with a new company of believers, a tribe of the Spirit who will sharpen your faith and speak life into your dry bones. Trust me with your loneliness, for it is merely the lobby of your greatest partnership. I am your counselor, your advocate, and your guide, and I will never lead you into a dead end. My child, let us take a moment to look back at the trail of my faithfulness that follows you like a shadow. I was there in the moments you have tried so hard to forget, the moments when you stared at the empty screen of your bank account and felt a cold, suffocating panic tighten around your throat. I saw you when you calculated the cost of your survival and found yourself wanting when you whispered to the walls of your room, "How will I make it through this month?" I saw the silent tears you shed over bills you could not pay and dreams you thought you had to bury just to stay afloat. Yet here you are. You did not starve. You were not destroyed. The world predicted your collapse, but I sustained your breath. Every time you thought you had reached the end of your rope, I was the one who tied a knot and held you fast. My mercies are not a limited resource. They are new and overflowing every single morning. Like the manna that fell in the desert, I have provided exactly what you needed for each day, even when you could not see the source. Do not forget that I am the God who feeds the ravens and clothes the lilies of the field. How much more will I care for you, my chosen heir? I am speaking a word of total release over your finances and your provision right now. The season of just enough is coming to a final close, and the season of more than enough is being birthed in the Spirit. I have seen the way you have honored me, even in your lack, and I have seen the secret sacrifices you made when no human eye was watching. Because you have been faithful with the little, because you have kept a heart of gratitude while walking through the valley of scarcity, I am now preparing to trust you with much. This is not merely about currency or the numbers on a digital screen. It is about the breaking of a generational curse of poverty and the spirit of not enough that has haunted your bloodline for far too long. If you believe I am breaking your chains of lack right now, do not stay silent. Do not let this moment pass without an act of faith. Type "I believe" in the comments right now to claim this financial breakthrough and anchor it into your reality. The chains are being shattered by the hammer of my grace, and you are moving from a position of a borrower to a position of a lender. Your name is being erased from the ledgers of debt and written into the record of my abundance. Listen closely, for there is a specific decision coming your way, an opportunity that will present itself as a financial door. The world will tell you to judge this door based on the profit margin, the prestige, or the immediate gain. But I am telling you to judge it based on the peace it brings to your spirit. If you follow my leading in this matter, this door will not only bring you money, it will bring you the ultimate luxury freedom. I do not want you to be a slave to a paycheck or a prisoner to a career that drains the light from your eyes and the joy from your soul. I am leading you toward a provision that creates margin for your mission. When you put my kingdom and my righteousness first, these material things will not just be given to you. They will be added to you as a natural, effortless byproduct of your alignment with my heart. Do not chase the money, for money is a fickle master. Chase my presence, and I will cause the blessing to chase you down and overtake you. I have already set aside a warehouse of grace for your future, and the keys are already being placed in your trembling hands. You have often looked at your own strength, your own education, and your own resources to measure your security. But my supply is not limited by the failing economies of this world. I am not affected by inflation, I am not worried by market crashes, and I am not moved by the decisions of men in high places. My warehouse is infinite, and my bank never fails. I am teaching you the holy art of looking past the visible scarcity into the invisible realm, where your provision is already fully funded. Stop worrying about the how and start resting in the who. I am the great provider, and I have already seen every bill that will come your way for the next 50 years. I have already prepared the solution before the problem even appeared in your life. Your life is not a gamble or a game of chance. It is a guaranteed investment in my glory. Trust me with the numbers, trust me with the debts, and watch as I turn your mourning into dancing and your lack into a legacy that will bless generations to come. My precious child, come closer and let me touch the hidden places where the world has left its deepest scars. I have seen you fighting the internal battles of the mind and the heart, trying to fix yourself with the same broken tools that the world gave you. But the healing I am bringing into your life right now is not a temporary patch or a fleeting emotion. It is a total divine restoration of your inner landscape. I am taking you to a state of being where the winds may howl against your windows and the mountains may crumble into the heart of the sea, but the flame of my spirit within you will remain steady, warm, and bright. You have spent so much time reacting to the chaos and the noise around you that you have forgotten how to rest in the stillness that I placed within you. I am your refuge and your strength and ever-present help in times of trouble. In me, you do not just survive the storm. You become the center of it, where the air is calm and the light is clear. I am speaking life and health into your physical body right now, for I see how the stress of your spirit has begun to manifest in your flesh. I see the tension that knots your shoulders like heavy chains, the headaches that throb behind your eyes when you try to force a solution to an impossible problem, and the restlessness that haunts your bed in the dead of night. My child, the days of tossing and turning in the grip of anxiety are over. I am restoring your sleep as a gift of my love. I am giving you back the sacred rest that the enemy has stolen through the lies of worry and the pressure of performance. When you lay your head down tonight, you will feel a supernatural weightlessness that you haven't known in years. You will breathe deeply, knowing that while you sleep, I am working on your behalf. While you rest, I am rearranging the stars in your favor. Those mysterious pains that come from the pressure of trying to control the uncontrollable will vanish as you realize that you were never designed to hold the world together. I am the pillar that holds the sky, and I am the peace that holds your soul. It is well, my child. It is finally well. You are entering a season where your joy will no longer be a hostage to your outward circumstances. For too long, you have allowed your peace of mind to be dictated by your inbox, the fluctuations of your bank account, or the fickle words of people who do not know my heart for you. But right now, I am shifting your foundation from the shifting sand of how am I doing to the solid, unmoving rock of whose am I? You belong to me. The fire of my love in you is a consuming fire. It burns away the chaff of anxiety and the dross of shame, leaving behind only the pure gold of my character. You are becoming fireproof. When the heat of life increases, it will not consume you. It will only make you shine with a greater intensity. This inner healing is your entrance exam for the greater assignment I have prepared for you. I cannot give you authority over the nations until you have established peace within your own borders. Today, the border wars of your soul have ended. I have declared a divine ceasefire. If you feel this healing light touching your spirit right now, signal your agreement with heaven. Press the like button and subscribe to this family of faith to anchor your spirit in this community of light. Do not let the noise of the world pull you back into the shadows. Stay connected to the source of your life. Yield to me now, for yielding is not the sign of a victim, but the strategy of a victor. Surrender the heavy burden of trying to understand why the pain was allowed to touch you, why the betrayal cut so deep, or why the path took such a sharp and jagged turn into the wilderness. In the grand architecture of my grace, I promise you that nothing is ever wasted. Every drop of sorrow you have tasted, and every tear you have cried in the dark, has been carefully collected in my bottle, and every wound is even now becoming a portal through which my healing light will reach others who are still in the dark. Your scars are not your shame, my beloved. They are your credentials of faith. They are the proof that you have walked through the furnace and did not burn, that you have waded through the flood and did not drown. They prove to the world that I am a healer who specializes in broken things. As you release the control you've been white-knuckling for so many exhausting years, feel the divine tension leave your spirit. I am taking the steering wheel of your life, and I am a master driver who knows every shortcut, every hidden danger, and every beautiful vista. You can finally sit back, close your eyes, and simply breathe in the oxygen of my love. The internal struggle is officially over. The healing has moved from a possibility to a reality. Hear my voice echoing in the very marrow of your bones, declaring the ultimate truth: it is well with your soul. My beloved, I see the way you squint into the distance, trying to perceive the shapes of things to come. I see the anxiety that knots your stomach when you think about the next year, the next decade, or even the next week. You treat the future like a vast, dark forest filled with predators and pitfalls, a place where you might lose everything you have worked so hard to build. But I am here to tell you that your tomorrow is not a gamble, and it is not a mystery to me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I do not merely watch the timeline of your life, I inhabit it. I am already standing in your 2027, your 2030, and beyond. I have seen the challenges you fear, and I have already provided the grace you will need to overcome them. Your future is not something you are stumbling into. It is a divine territory that I have already scouted, conquered, and prepared for your arrival. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow is already in my hands, and I've never once dropped the world. You have often felt like your life is a series of random accidents, a chaotic dance of chance and luck. But I want you to understand that your future is a completed blueprint, a masterpiece designed by the master architect before the foundations of the world were laid. Every delay you experienced was a divine shielding. Every no you received was a redirection toward a greater yes. You are not walking toward a cliff. You are walking toward a coronation. I have already seen the finished version of you, the version that is strong-wise and filled with my glory. When you feel lost, remember that I am not just with you in the present. I am calling to you from the future, beckoning you forward into the greatness I have prepared. The script of your life has already been written, and I promise you, the ending is a victory that will make every tear you've shed worth it. There is a mission attached to your name that is far greater than your personal comfort or your earthly security. I have not called you just to survive. I have called you to be a lighthouse in a world that is drowning in darkness. The difficulties you have faced were not punishments. They were the intensive training sessions for the assignment that is about to be revealed. You are being prepared to handle the weight of a blessing that would have crushed the person you used to be. I am giving you a new authority and a new voice. You will speak to the broken, and they will find hope. You will lay hands on the sick, and they will find healing. Your future is not just about your bank account or your career. It is about the impact you will leave on the souls of men. I have invested too much in you to let you fail. The mission is secure because the one who called you is faithful. I want you to take a deep breath and release the need to know the how. You do not need to know how the provision will come, how the relationship will be restored, or how the mountain will be moved. You only need to know the one who holds the keys. I have already gone before you to level the mountains and make the crooked path straight. I have already commanded people to help you whom you haven't even met yet. I have already opened doors that are currently invisible to your natural eyes. When you wake up tomorrow, do not meet the day with a spirit of fear, but with a spirit of expectation. Say to yourself, my Father is already there, and He has made it good. Your tomorrow is not a threat. It is a promise. I am the God of your past, the King of your present, and the architect of your future. Relax in my love, for I hold your tomorrow as tightly as I hold your heart today. My child, the words I have spoken to you this day are not merely sounds that fade into the air. They are living seeds planted in the fertile soil of your soul. You have sat in my presence, and in this sacred exchange, you have been handed the keys to the kingdom that has been prepared for you since the beginning of time. The confusion that brought you here has been dissolved by the light of my truth. The exhaustion that weighed you down has been replaced by the supernatural strength of my spirit. Now I ask you to stand up. Do not look back at the shadows of your past or the wreckage of your mistakes, for I have washed them away in the ocean of my grace. You are a new creation, empowered with a divine purpose and a heavenly direction. Walk out of this moment, not as the person who entered it, but as the victor I have always seen you to be. The world is waiting for the light that I have just ignited within you. Receive now the final seal of my covenant with you. I place the seal of my peace upon your forehead, that your mind may no longer be a battlefield of anxiety, but a sanctuary of my stillness. I place the seal of my wisdom upon your heart, that every decision you make from this moment forward will be guided by the precision of my spirit. I declare over you that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. You You are shielded by the blood of the Lamb and surrounded by a hedge of fire that no enemy can penetrate. Your coming in and your going out are blessed. Your basket and your storehouse are overflowing. I have called you by name. You are mine. This prophecy is now locked into your life, woven into your destiny, and established in the heavens. It cannot be stolen, it cannot be delayed, and it cannot be canceled. It is done. Before you leave this place of peace, I want you to carry one truth deep within the marrow of your bones, past the layers of your doubt and the walls of your pride. I love you. I love you with an everlasting love that does not depend on your performance or your perfection. I love you in your rising and in your falling. I love you when you are strong, and I love you when you are at your weakest. I love you. 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 Let these words echo in your heart when the world gets loud. Let them be the anchor for your soul when the waves of life rise high. You are the apple of my eye, my most precious treasure, my beloved child. Never again believe the lie that you are alone, for I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. My love is the air you breathe and the ground you walk upon. Rest in it. Abide in it. Shine in it. This is your spiritual home, a place where the weary find rest and the lost find their way back to the Father's house. I invite you to subscribe to this channel now and press the like button to ensure that every time you feel the darkness closing in, you have a direct path back to my voice. Do not walk this journey alone. Join this family of the chosen ones and signal your agreement with heaven. If you believe this word was sent specifically for you today, then seal this blessing into your life right now. Go to the comments and type with a heart of fire, "I receive your wisdom," or 777, to activate this energy. By typing these words, you are claiming this message as your eternal inheritance. And finally, be a vessel of my light. Do not just keep this blessing for yourself. Share this video with at least 3 people who are standing at their own crossroads. By sharing my word, you become my messenger and angel, sent to pull someone else out of the pit. Spread the hope I have given you and watch as I multiply the blessings in your own life. Go now in the power of my Spirit. The paths are open. The doors are prepared. The provision is waiting. You are not just going into the world. You are going into your destiny with the King of Kings walking beside you. My peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. I have overcome the world, and because I live, you shall live also in victory and abundance. Seal this prophecy now and forever. Type amen, or it is done, to lock this blessing into your life. Remember to subscribe and like one last time to stay within the circle of my grace. I am with you. I am for you. I love you. Amen.